Hi, I'm Ross Benjamin reporting for the Offshore Gaming Association. That's OSGA.com, your number one source for information on the offshore sportsbook industry. That's OSGA.com. It's time for another edition of my college football underdog picks of the week. All three games go on Saturday, November 17th. I'm currently recording on Wednesday, the 14th of November, so keep in mind these lines are all subject to change depending on when you view this video. Let's get right to these games. Let's start with the Mountain West battle between Air Force and Wyoming, a game that will be played in Laramie, Wyoming, 4 o'clock Eastern Time on Saturday. Currently, Air Force is a 2.5-point underdog across the board. This is a Wyoming team that's 4-6 this year. Their 4 wins have come number 1 against Wofford, who is a FCS opponent, and their 3 wins against FBS opponents have come over New Mexico State, Colorado State, and San Jose State. Those 3 FBS teams have combined to go 7-23 this season, so not a very impressive resume for the Wyoming Cowboys coming into this matchup. Now, Air Force has an identical 4-6 record going into this game. The difference being all 6 of Air Force's losses have come by 10 points or less this year. So this is a team that could very easily be 6-4 instead of 4-6. And the Air Force Falcons are also 5-1 against the spread as an underdog this season. Here's what I'm going to do in this game. Air Force is plus 2.5. I'm going to spend the extra juice and bump this up to 3 and take Air Force plus the 3. Buying that line up again over Wyoming. Now the next game is the Pac-12 rivalry contest between the Cale Bears and the Stanford Cardinal. A game that will take place in Berkeley, California. The opening kickoff is slated for 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Stanford has, after a good start to the season, has lost 4 of their last 6 games, and during that period of time, they have a -6 turnover differential. Cal has been absolutely outstanding over the last 4 games. As a matter of fact, during that time, they're allowing just 12.5 points per game, and they've held 3 of those 4 opponents to 277 yards or less of total offense. And it's by no mistake that during that course of time, they've also gone 4-0 against the spread and 3-1 straight up. You have a home dog, even being they're a small home dog, a very good defensive team in a rivalry game. I'm going to take the Cal Bears here, plus the 2 over Stanford. Finally, another Mountain West showdown between the San Diego State Aztecs and the Fresno State Bulldogs. The game will be played in Fresno, California. Opening kickoff time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This line opened with Fresno being a 16-point favorite, and currently at 5 dimes, that line is quickly moved to 13, and with good reason. Now, if you look at last week's results, you're not going to be impressed with San Diego State. As a matter of fact, the Aztecs were a 24-point home favorite against lowly UNLV and were upset in that contest. That was an absolute shocker. Something tells me they were looking ahead to this matchup with Fresno State, one of the best teams in the Mountain West. And this is the same Aztec team that went on the road earlier this season to defeat Boise State as a 13-point underdog in that contest. San Diego State winning that game outright 19-13. That's the same Boise State team on the blue turf last week, knocked off Fresno State 24-17 as a home underdog. So some comparative matchups there. I just have a feeling this is an overreaction on the line. Bettors have agreed with me on this. Once in a while, the public is right, but when you go from 16 to 13, I don't think a lot of that is public betting. It's way too early to see that kind of line move unless it's money induced. And I think there's some sharp money going the way of the Aztecs, and that's including mine. I'm going to take San Diego State here, plus the 13 on the road over Fresno State. Repeating again, Air Force I'm going to take the 2.5 they're getting, buy it up to 3. Air Force +3 at Wyoming. I'm also going to take the Cal Bears +2 at home over Stanford, and like San Diego State, plus the generous number of 13 on the road at Fresno. You can visit my website, that's rbwins.com. That's the site where you can get all the games I personally wager on myself. That includes the games I bet the most amount of money on. You pay a little bit to make a lot. That's rbwins.com. You could also call me direct at 781-571-0299. That's 781-571-0299. I employ no salespeople. You'll talk to me and me only. Till the next time, good luck with all your picks.